Gemini, hey, it's Majesticas Tarot. Welcome back. If you've been here before, welcome. If you haven't, this reading will be May 25th through the 29th. Your energy, whatever's going on with you, will clarify. We'll do some work messages at the end. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Not all Geminis are doing the same thing. It's a general collective reading. Roles could be reversed. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cause I already have the cards shuffled, so let's get started. Spirit, what do we have for Gemini, May 25th through the 29th, 2026? I'll take that one. You're indecisive about something. I think you're feeling a little lonely here. You've done what you needed to do to take care of your toxic ways and issues. I feel that you've went within and tried to heal yourself, and you feel pretty good about it. You're standing in your power, you're taking control, you got what you need here, and you want to go, make an offer to somebody. Make an offer to a few people possibly. Maybe get on a dating app. This could be job related also, but I feel it's kind of love here, but we will clarify. Overall energy, you're stressing out about this? You could be dealing with a Capricorn or an Aries, or possibly looking at one. Okay. Spirit, please clarify Gemini's spread, please. I definitely feel that you're ready to take action, do what you need to do, and run to somebody here. But maybe the person that you want to go talk to, seduce, you possibly could have, y'all have business that is still lingering. What I mean by that is, it's, you don't feel like it's the end with somebody here. Y'all possibly couldn't have talked for a while. Maybe you separated from this person so you could go, take care of yourself, make yourself feel better here, do some inner work. Tell me more. But that's who you want to go talk to. That's who you want to go towards. You feel like this person is the total package. Yep. You feel like this person is your soulmate, possibly. You possibly want to marry this person, move in with this person, or you want this person to move in with you. You feel stable enough that that can come about. Maybe you didn't feel like that before. No, you didn't feel like that before. You felt like you were possibly irresponsible with your money here. You weren't making enough money. Your priorities weren't in order, so you actually decided to leave. Tell me more. I mean, this person could have left too, but yeah, you left to go explore, see what you can do, how you can make yourself feel better here, maybe explored other options, maybe, but we'll clarify and see what that's about. Okay, so you left this person, but you didn't leave this person. So you physically left this person, but you didn't mentally leave this person. Okay, let's get their energy. Spirit, please tell me about Gemini's person's energy. I think this person tried with you. They feel like they couldn't get it right with you. They possibly felt like there were other people in your energy that you were possibly attracted to. Possibly at work or just if you went out. It broke their heart that you left. Or they had to leave. They also became very cold about the situation. Maybe possibly reckless here. Maybe even an asshole here. Maybe they were very mean when you broke their heart. They started acting like they didn't care about you, but they did. Let's clarify. Oh. Overall energy of that. They let it all go with the Four of Pentacles. They're like, okay, I'm out. Let's clarify this. Let's clarify this. I'm taking that. Spirit, please help me clarify Gemini's person's energy. They felt lonely during this whole... No? Okay, I'm not going to take that. Spirit, please help me clarify this. It'll come back out if it needs to come back out. I promise you that. I don't know how many times I put a card back in the deck and it came right back out. Spirit, please help me clarify Gemini's person's energy. This person didn't feel like they had what it took to make things right with you. They were trying everything they could to give the whole stability here. We have the Four of Wands and upright here. They saw you as possibly a twin flame. Y'all were marrying each other here. Over here, you're thinking, you feel like this person is your soulmate. So y'all are marrying each other. This person became very unstable. Their priorities were all out of order while all this was happening. They could have drank too much at the same time. They couldn't focus on work. And all they wanted to do was balance things out with you. Tell me more. They don't think it's fair because they told you the truth about everything about them. They gave you clarity on what they wanted here. They wanted to work with you, but they felt like everything that they did was just for nothing. They want a new beginning. I don't know. They want to offer something. They want a new beginning. They want to offer something. We'll clarify. They want to offer the world to somebody here. They want a new beginning. They know what they have to offer. They possibly don't feel like you saw their worth or their value. They walked away here. I don't think they told you about that. I mean, they walked away, but I think they tried to tell you, but couldn't tell you. They told you in so many words, basically. They just feel like they lost everything and it left them stuck in their head. Overall energy. They felt drama, fighting, competition. Okay. Spirit, please help me clarify Gemini's second spread. Yeah, you're ready to go in and talk to them. You're definitely not rushing in here because you feel like they're going to curse you out. You're a little cautious. You're a little cautious about just running in on impulse, surprising them. Tell me more. You feel like this person hasn't done anything towards you at all. You feel like that they are just went off and did their own thing fast. You feel that they went off and to make themselves happy, fulfill their dreams. Tell me more. Gemini, I feel that when you know, in the past, you felt like, you know, you were lacking responsibility, you were lacking priorities, you weren't making the money you wanted to do, so you left. You know, I feel you were regretful for doing this, so you just went out and you looked for other things that you can do. You needed to explore, I don't know what exactly, and that's why you did not give. That's why I hear you told them you didn't love them. You were reckless with their emotional and your emotional mental health here. When you left, you were trying to find your own way. When you went out to go explore other options, whether it was people, places, things, whatever, you realized how much you missed this person. You were thinking about them, you know, and the good times that y'all had. Spirit, please help me clarify Gemini's energy second spread. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, a Sagittarius, a Libra, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You know, they just felt like when this happened, they were so unstable. They didn't know how to change things here at all. They were like, I need to let this go because I feel very, very disconnected from this person. They wanted balance. They wanted stability. They wanted equal give and take here, but they felt too disconnected. They also feel like you were talking to other people and they were like, this is not fair. I've been trying to communicate with this person. I have been communicating with this person, but they're not giving me anything to go on here. They feel you went to other people to talk about y'all's problems. That's why they don't think it's fair. Tell me more. They started noticing things, but they kept quiet about it. And that's another thing that caused this breakup, separation, possibly divorce. Tell me more. No. I hate when that happens. Okay. Tell me more. I'm sure every reader does hate when that happens. Could be dealing with a Leo. Yeah, they did whatever they could to try to make things right. They just want to be happy. They want to, you know, they know their worth. Gemini, you're here. Gemini, you could be dealing with another Gemini. They know their worth. They want to find somebody they're aligned with. Could be you, because it's right underneath the Ace of Pentacles. But we'll see. Tell me more. When they left and they barely told you, one reason is because they were very lost. They didn't know where they were going or what they were doing. They even felt kind of like maybe possibly getting a little bit of revenge. But they decided not to. They just rather cuss you out instead. Overall energy, the Queen of Pentacles. Cuss you out. They're unstable. Queen of Pentacles is over here too. Priorities are all messed up. Okay, well. Spirit, what is the outcome of this Gemini situation? Not a new beginning, I see. This person's very guarded. They could be broke. Wait a minute. The outcome of this situation is not a beginning right now, at least. It could be a while, but because this person is guarded. I mean, this person can move on from this. Which they haven't moved on. They're just acting like they've moved on. This person could be having financial issues. They're not happy where they're at the moment. Tell me more. They could be using other people here to heal themselves. Friends, I don't see a third party out here per se. But they could just be out, like, going out, just trying to make themselves happy. So Gemini, I think that if you go try to talk to this person right now, I mean, it doesn't hurt to try, but they're going to act like everything's good, everything's great, but, you know, they're basically like, I'm not going to let you do this to me again. Okay, let's get your work. What's going on with Gemini and work? If anything at all. May 25th through the 29th. So there could be somebody here. You could be having problems with your boss or somebody that's higher up, possibly, or yeah, possibly with your boss or somebody higher up. You want to get out of fighting with them. You want to get out of it. You just don't know how. You're trying to figure out how to make things right here. You know you need to talk to this person about it, but you feel like they stabbed you in the back by not telling you something. What is this? No, you know what? Yeah, they stabbed you in the back by not telling you something. Tell me this. An argument took place. It could have been about they didn't give you what you deserved. Like, you put in all your hard work. You even went above and beyond. But you didn't do it the way they wanted you to do it. That's what happened. They feel you didn't come correct. So what is that? What is the outcome of the situation? They feel like, Gemini, they feel like you took it upon yourself to do what you wanted to do, even though you knew what not to do. So it made some project or some project or outcome or communication very unstable, possibly with a client. Now the project is stuck. The client is stuck. The deal is stuck. There will be success. It might take a little bit longer than, it might take a little bit longer. It might take a little bit longer for the project to go or the client to be happy, but there will be success here. Yep. Gemini, that's what I have for you. May 29th through May 25th through the 29th. If the reading resonated, please hit the like button, comment if you want, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you later. Be blessed.